Hello everyone, Daisy here again with another layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. Today I am using the Butterfly Explosion cut file. I saw this and fell in love with it, and so I'm showing you what I did with it and how I am creating with it. So this is in my Silhouette Design software, and I left it at kind of normal speed so you can see what I'm doing. Basically, I traced the cut file and now I am resizing it so that it will fit within my 12 by 12 sheet of paper. The next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to do an offset, which you can select that from either the side menu, or there is a top menu as well that you can select it from. And I am offsetting I'm offsetting the entire cut file by, I think it says 0.075. I can't really see because my screen is too small, but so I'm creating an offset which is a bigger version of the cut file, okay? So basically it traces around the outside of each one of the butterflies and kind of creates a bigger version of it by 0.075 inches, I believe. So then what I did is I moved the original cut file off and selected each one of the butterflies, because when you do the offset, for some reason it does them as separate butterflies. So I moved the original cut file, selected all of them, and created a compound path so it would all be one cut file. Then I put the original cut file back in the center and moved the offset over to the side, and now I am going to do an inset, and basically this is the opposite. So instead of making a bigger cut file, this one will make it smaller. So I'm also doing 0.075 and so basically it's tracing the inside of each one of those butterflies. And what this is going to do is create kind of like a cascading effect with my butterflies. So you'll see here in a second, I'm going to layer up different colors and you'll be able to see each layer. So again, I moved the original cut file off. Actually, I think I accidentally moved the inset one off. I selected all of the butterflies and created my compound path, and now I'm showing you what they look like when they're all together here. And then I would cut each one individually out of different paper. So my offset one I cut out of white cardstock. My original cut file I cut out of pink cardstock. And then my inset I cut out of a kind of tealish cardstock. So here you can see what I'm talking about. So I already adhered the white and the pink together, and now I'm just using my mat to hold the blue one in place while I adhere the other two down. And all I did is used ATG and kind of went in between the best I could. And it did get a little bit off kilter, so you saw me trim a little bit off, and that was just because that was actually my fault. I kind of mismatched the butterflies. So I did back it originally with this flower paper, but I do change my mind on that and change it here in just a minute. I am saving all of these little butterflies, and you will see why also in a minute. Off camera I stacked them up and stitched some of them together just to make, you know, neat little embellishments. So like that right there, I did a white one with a blue one and then a pink one, and I'm just kind of alternating the colors. So here you can see I trimmed down my white cardstock, and I'm using this plaid cardstock. This is from Fancy Pants Millie and June, which is 2016 I think collection, and I trimmed down my butterflies so that it would create a border, because I felt like it really needed that border around it. I have these 3 photos of my daughter going to school. I think this was actually her second day of school, but she wanted to ride her bike, and usually it's a little bit of a fight to get her to, you know, take herself to school, even though we live like 5 blocks away. But she was all excited about going, so I got these kind of action shots of her riding her bike to school. and the colors actually worked really well with what I chose for the butterflies. And I'm just using that teal glitter word awesome, and then these little pink fresh alpha, and so my title is going to be Awesome Ride. I did add a pretty little studio label underneath the word ride because it was a little too light and it wasn't showing up very well. And I'm just sticking that down. I did pop my photos up, and I'm actually using cardboard right now because I'm out of fun foam. So, and here I am trying to use up a bunch of things. So I have some Dear Lizzie chipboard, and then the Crepe Paper Cute Girl sticker sheet. I'm using the number 5 because she's in 5th grade, so I figured why not. And I'm just trying to add things around, mixing up the colors. There's going to be some pink and some yellow in each one of the clusters, and just trying to see what I can get used up off of these sheets, because it'd be nice to get rid of them because, to be honest, the stickers aren't sticky anymore, and the chipboard I pretty much just have big pieces left. So I was able to get a couple of those puffy hearts on there. And then here you see me bringing back these butterflies. So I did the large ones with the colored butterflies, and then I did adhere some of the small ones in just white. So there's a couple of them that have 3 layers of butterflies stacked on top of each other, like I just showed you there. And I just glued those together. I didn't stitch them, mainly because I was feeling a little lazy at that point, so I didn't want to go back over to my sewing machine. Now I'm just sticking everything down. I did take a bunch of the little butterflies and kind of spread them around the layout to make them look like they're flying out of my photos, kind of. And I'm really happy with the way this turned out. When I went off camera that first time, I kind of tried out a few things, and I was not loving it. Like, I was kind of stressed out about it because I was super excited when I was cutting this, and then when I sat down to scrap it, it was just not turning out the way I wanted. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So I'm adding a few sequins, and these are from Spiegel Mom Scraps, just in the pink and the kind of teal color. So if you don't already, head on over to Facebook and join the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. That's where you're going to find out about the new releases, as well as any design team inspiration, and just any inspiration. It's a really great group, so you definitely want to head on over and join there. And don't forget to head on over to the Etsy shop and check out all of the new releases, and there's going to be some more coming out soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.